Welcome to Organizations Win Championships and Audacy Podcast. I'm Dan Bernstein. That's Jason Bernstein. James Jackson, one last roundup.
One last one.
As our, I guess he's sort of the interim producer today, because technically Spencer Ray is the producer and he's just in for Spencer Ray. So we should say that. But it's a big day. It's episode number 83.
And as Chicago sports fans, and this guy is a Chicago sports radio host, the number 83 has some significance. 83.
There you go.
Okay. I had to get
done,
it out.
Done and done. And the Bulls have concluded Summer League, where we saw some good things. We saw Summer League basketball, which is generally not a good thing. Sometimes it hurts your eyes and your sensibilities. But in this case, I would say my two most important aspects were
Buzelis, got to be, right?
Obviously, number one is the performance of Matas Buzelis, as we discussed in episode 82, that his aggressiveness, his motor, his desire to try to dunk everything.
He's just relentless is the word that I would use. He's not the best athlete in the world, but just doesn't stop.
Edgy, too. Edgy, talks a lot, a very, very high arousal level player, and I think that bodes really well depending on where this roster is going to be.
Because they need some of that. And as much as I love DeMar and Drummond, obviously, they were good players, but they didn't have that sort of chip on their shoulder type thing going on. I mean, Drummond sometimes did, but not quite like what Buzelis is doing. Buzelis does not shut up. He'll get in your face. He's not afraid of anybody, and I like to see it. I like to see it a lot.
Number two for me was the continued growth and overall activity level, and similarly the motor of Julian Phillips. I think he is a rotation contributor
Gotta
at
be.
the very, very least.
I still think he could be really solid. I feel like we, as a collective, I would say as a fan base, I think you and I, especially after drafting Buzelis, who is another one of these, tall athletic wings, and we kind of put Phillips in the rearview mirror, but he's still relatively important, right? And I really don't know what's going to happen with Dalen after all this, but it kind of feel bad for him, especially as a first round pick. But sometimes the front office has to make hard decisions. Coaching staff has to make hard decisions. We have no idea what this rotation is going to look like, and
I haven't thought about Dalen Terry much. I really haven't. For better or for worse, he has not been top of mind at all, and maybe that tells the story.
Yeah, it's just been Buzelis, a little bit of Phillips, and also the next guy that we'll touch on a little bit after having some really solid performances in the Summer League, and Chicago's own, Whitney Young's own.
Let me first, before we get to that, let me just mention, too, that the other story that we had going into Summer League was the fact that Billy Donovan III was coaching the team. And it would be real easy to say, okay, well, what conclusions can you draw? None. I can draw no conclusions.
Summer League.
It's Summer League, and you're not supposed to coach too hard. You've got a lot of guys running around out there that you're just herding cats half the time.
And that's okay. That's what it's for.
He's also a developmental coach, that he's not going to be an NBA coach or an NBA assistant. He is going to be in charge of the G League team, which will be a developmental job for him, which we have to look at in large tranches of games before we start talking about his game coaching or his chops on that level, building relationships with players as a head coach. We'll see.
Yeah, and we will see because we'll talk to him at some point. So that'll be fun.
Now, the Bulls have had some success with hometown players before. We know that Ayo Dosunmu has succeeded. We know that Javon Freeman Liberty, that last year and the year before, being involved in their developmental system, he earned himself is he on a two-way or is he full with Toronto right now?
Let me check. I'm pretty sure last year he was signed to a two-way, but let me double check. But another homegrown guy, obviously, is going to be Matas Buzelis,
right?
Because he is from here.
But it surprised me a little bit that this signing that came out of Summer League was that of DJ Stewart to a two-way deal.
Well, the Raptors actually just waived from Liberty.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, a day ago.
I did not know that. Well, might be interesting to see if he wants to come back and
He'll be in the G League.
Yeah, be a G League player.
He's too good to not be at least a G League player.
What do you see in DJ Stewart?
If developed correctly, I see Javon Carter's replacement.
Really? This year?
I don't know about this year because it's a two-way. I mean, theoretically, they could convert it into a standard NBA deal.
And Carter's paid.
Right. He's paid, what, $6 million, something like that? It's kind of I hate to say $6 million is an overpay, but I really don't think he's that good. And I know it's summer league, but Stewart is younger. And I can tell you this right now, he takes smarter shots because Javon Carter would take a lot of dumb shots, but he's a Chicago kid. He's fast. He scored 37 in that overtime game, hit the game winner.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure he and Matis may have known each other before coming into the summer league. I mean, it seems like they're always hanging out on each other's social media, that sort of thing.
Well, I know Stewart played at Fenwick before transferring to Whitney Young. That would maybe when he was out in the suburbs.
Yeah. Look, I'm all for signing guys that have potential to be on an NBA roster to two-way contracts, and I'm also a fan of it because I know at some point I'll be able to talk to them and get to
when you're know them
when I'm covering the G League team on a break from school. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that interview whenever it happens. And yeah, it's tough right now to know exactly what this team is going to look like, and even the G League team, because the G League rosters switch every single year. I assume Jarrell is going to be back on a two-way if he isn't already. I know Sanogo is on a two-way. Stewart's on a two-way. Who knows? What if would they ever send Buzelis down there, to develop?
I think it depends on what their roster is going to look like.
Or is he too polished already? That's the thing.
I think he's going to need as much NBA time as he can get.
I agree with that. He played in the G League last year.
I'm just concerned about the shape of this roster and who's going to be where and taking up what. Because Vooch is still here. Zach is still here. And with every day that goes by, it seemed like there was some rumor buzz about Zach that usually those kinds of things get consummated. And now, between now and the start of the regular season, now and the start of training camp, at the moment, I'm going to default to the resignation that Zach LaVine's going to be a part of the Chicago Bulls. I'm not happy about it, but
yeah, and if he is, he's obviously going to start. He's as much of a pain he can be. He's a good scorer. He's a multiple-time All-Star, so there's reason for him to be in that starting lineup, and it's just gonna be so weird because I feel terrible for Kobe. They're going to be really small, but at the same time, they're not, because Giddey is 6'7" and Kobe is 6'5". So Zach is probably going to be at the 3, but he's going to be the shortest of Giddey, White, and himself.
And just defensively, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, with Vooch. Although Jalen Smith is a pretty good defender. I'm looking forward to seeing what Jalen Smith can do. I'm looking forward to seeing what Giddey can do. Obviously, Buzelis, because he's going to be really, really, really important. And I'm so confused. But at the same time, I don't mind, because the roster, even though they still have Zach, even though they still have Vooch, the roster does look way different than it did last season. So in that respect, I'm excited to just have something new. And I'm going to miss Caruso, but I'm only going to miss half of him because he didn't play half of the games because he's always getting a concussion or rolling his ankle.
But there's something happening. It's just taking a long time to unwind this particular trade.
They kind of screwed it up.
They stuck with it too long, and they signed some bad extensions.
They were almost too good in that 2021-2022 season.
Well, there will always be a reminder of DeMar DeRozan now, as his number 11 now belongs to Ayo Dosunmu. I don't know who wears what number. It's not a big deal to me.
Matter. He wore it in high school and college, so good for him. But
okay.
I don't know. I feel like Ayo is more of a 12. Maybe, obviously we'll get used to it, but Ayo Dos, that kind of sounds like Uno Dos and 1, 2. So,
I'm surprised you're not wearing your new Jazz jersey that you got. This schmuck, he goes, I swear to God, he's going to get to college and they're going to know him as like weird NBA jersey guy. He already has, well, he's got Javonte Green, but that came from a real place. That wasn't just like, oh, I got this cheap and I'm going to buy it. So he has the Javonte Green jersey. He bought, last week you saw him wearing the Rockets John Wall jersey.
So sick.
Fine. Then he got a Pistons
Cade Cunningham
road
Cade
Cunningham jersey. And he comes
they're
home.
All legit.
I know they're real jersey. And he comes home the other day with and the color's great and the fit's really good on you, but it's a Jazz Donovan Mitchell.
Not the new Jazz jerseys, because those are ass. Those are hot ass. But the old one with the kind of the J with the basketball and the music note and the good ones, the ones that I remember Derek Favors wearing. Shout out to D Favors.
Your guy. No,
that's my guy.
So my favorite though is the jersey you were going to get that was in the wrong size.
Shut up. It was like a throwback jersey, another Rockets one, the navy blue with the kind of lightning pinstripes, the old
like the circular one.
Yes, jersey, exactly. Yes. And it was a Christian Wood jersey. And it had the Nike patch from the 75th anniversary season. It actually had the chrome shiny patch, and I had a brain freeze there because I was just saying, you will die shiny and chrome.
You will go with all this shiny chrome. Witness me.
But it's I was so upset that I couldn't get that jersey because it was so cool. I don't know why, but that jersey patch looked so cool in the navy with the stripes, and the fact that it was just a random NBA player that will pop off for 35 points once a season.
Is he still in the league?
He was on the Lakers last season, yeah.
Christian Wood?
Yeah, right. He had those couple of years where he was scoring 20 a game in was it Houston? No, it was like New Orleans, Houston, Dallas. He's kind of been all over the place.
You should have bought that.
Passed around like a blunt.
You should have bought that.
No, it would have been a crop top.
Did you say passed around like a blunt?
Yes.
Oh. We got a little bit of breaking news as we were getting set to record, and it's interesting how this went down. We saw the announcement last week that Warner Brothers Discovery said and announced officially that they, per their contract provision, had matched the Amazon portion of the NBA broadcast deal. They said they've exercised a matching clause in their contract, so they had the right to do so, and that they were remaining an NBA broadcaster. Well, now, just moments ago, the NBA put out a release, and I got this from Howard Beck's Twitter. This is the NBA's statement. Warner Brothers Discovery's most recent proposal did not match the terms of Amazon Prime Video's offer, and therefore we've entered into a long-term arrangement with Amazon. Throughout these negotiations, our primary objective has been to maximize the reach and accessibility of our games for our fans. Our new arrangement with Amazon supports this goal by complementing the broadcast, cable, and streaming packages that are already part of our new Disney and NBC Universal arrangements. All three partners have also committed substantial resources to promote the league and enhance the fan experience. We're grateful to Turner Sports for its award-winning coverage of the NBA and look forward to another season of the NBA on TNT. So they're saying
fan experience my ass. The best fan experience is watching Shaq, EJ, Kenny, and Chuck just absolutely roast the hell out of each other because it was entertaining. And when they wanted to talk basketball, they were really good at it. And without them, without an Emmy Award TV show partnered with NBA basketball, especially in the playoffs, I just don't.
It's too bad. It's one of the best shows on television.
And it really sucks. Accessibility. Not everybody's going to pay for Amazon Prime in order to watch your bullshit production. I'm sorry, but it's not going to be the same. You watch ESPN and it's just, you want to stab your eyes out. It's so bad when you compare everything to inside the NBA. I wish every national game was on TNT. And now after the season, the fact there's most likely going to be nothing regarding the NBA on TNT, and nothing with EJ, nothing with Kenny, nothing with Shaq. And I know Chuck said he was retiring.
But this sounds to me like a lawsuit waiting to happen. This sounds to me like
all I want is for that TV show to keep going, because half of the national games where the Bulls aren't playing, when I'm not obligated to watch an NBA game, I wouldn't watch if it weren't for Inside the NBA and TNT. I never watch a national game on ESPN until the playoffs because they suck.
Well, I pretty much watch.
Sorry, not sorry.
Almost no pregame, halftime, or postgame, except local.
Like Jason Goff, Kendall Gill, love those guys.
As far as national pregame, halftime, post,
the only one.
I only watch that because it's really the only one I'm interested in, rather than prepackaged hot takes and blandishments that make me dumber. That show made me smarter. That show is one more year of that show. That show makes us smarter about basketball and smarter about the NBA.
And then there's Stephen A. Smith and Kendrick Perkins and all those idiots just screaming. I don't think Stephen A. Smith is an idiot. I think he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's done very well for himself off it. I think Kendrick Perkins sucks. Sorry. I got come at me. Carry on. Like all the
There's a little more news that's just breaking here. Jimmy Traina of Sports Illustrated says that NBC has officially announced the return of the theme music, Roundball Rock.
I don't remember that. I'm too young.
Okay,
that's good. I'm okay. NBC, whatever.
Wait, you've never seen that SNL skit? Basketball. You've never seen that?
No.
Okay, I will show that to you when we're done.
No, I just remember like I got that too or whatever that was.
No, it's basketball.
No, I was thinking the sense of like, buddy, I got.
Oh no, that's the soccer one. Open wide for some soccer. That's different. No, this is making fun of Roundball Rock, who was written by, this name won't mean anything to you. If I say the name John Tesh, do you know who that is?
Mm-mm.
Okay. He was like an entertainment anchor and quasi-journalist who also was sort of a new agey musician who wrote Roundball Rock. And Roundball Rock is coming back, and now we can all feel like we can have that nostalgia little.
But Amazon?
I know.
Amazon?
We'll see.
I love their delivery service, but my God, what the fridge do they know about basketball?
The football
Jeff
broadcast
Bezos' head looks like a basketball, and that's probably all they know. I don't know.
The football broadcast ended up okay when Al Michaels wasn't complaining about it.
Well, I mean, Thursday Night Football, the games this year or last year.
And they had Kirk Herbstreit, who was doing much more college work than he was NFL work. But hey, man, it's a much easier production than a football production. The actual nuts and bolts and the number of cameras and the space you have to cover.
Right.
The number
of fine that you're in. I feel like it must be easier in a dome at a football game, but generally it's a lot smaller.
It's easier. But still, I do think that Amazon TNT thing is somehow going to end up in litigation, because there's the two public statements are evincing.
We should get Kamala Harris for TNT side.
A disagreement as to what constitutes an official match. So I guess we will wait with bated breath on that one. Now we got something pretty special today. We're adding something new to the showdown that we will let you know at the end. We are adding an interactive aspect to the showdown where it's not just going to be the two of us quizzing each other, but that's how we're going to start it. What do you got?
Hold on. Are we waiting for the music?
I'm good. I can find it because I know what my question is. I'm mad last week when I've been beating myself up all week for not getting the Brent Berry aspect of that question. I absolutely should have, and I spoke too soon. I didn't think hard enough.
Okay.
And it's one of these things that
Are you
always
asking me
bugs
first?
me. I can.
Go ahead.
Well, let me find my thing first. All right, I found my thing. We're going to obviously talk more about international basketball once we get closer to the Olympics and start looking. But I'm just going to ask
LeBron James.
I'm just going to ask you this. I've got the top 10 all-time Team USA scorers.
Thank God we didn't have the same question.
Okay. All-time top 10 Team USA scorers.
All right.
You know, the pros started playing in 1992.
Dream team.
That was the dream team.
Yeah. All right. Top 10.
So, top 10 total points.
Okay. Christian Laettner.
No.
No? Okay. No. Jordan.
Jordan is 5th.
Bon LeBron.
3rd.
My friend Jacob and I call LeBron Bon. I don't know why.
Well,
so Jordan, Bon, Larry Bird.
No.
Kobe.
No.
Wow. Vince Carter.
Nope.
KG.
Kevin Garnett. No.
Kevin Durant.
Number 1. Kevin Durant, who now they're talking about should he be on the team because does he have time to work his way in? Everyone's like, you hear Drew Holiday at the press conference tell the reporters like, is KD, man? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
replace him on the roster.
Okay, so
he's number 1 by a mile.
LeBron, KD, Jordan, Carmelo Anthony?
2. Carmelo Anthony is 2nd. Because remember, 04, 08, 2012, 2016.
Yeah, 16.
He only averaged really 10.8 a game, but total scoring.
Yeah.
Because
Dwayne Wade. Just don't explain too much. Dwayne Wade. Chris Bosh?
No.
All I want is the list. I don't need you to say too much. God, I'm just trying to... Magic? No. Didn't think so. David Robinson?
4th.
All right,
88, 92, and 96. He is 4th. He's in between LeBron and Jordan.
Wow. Got
4 more. You need 6, 7, 9, and 10.
6, 7, 9, 10. Okay. It's not because Steph hasn't really played for them, so it's not Steph.
One name already has been mentioned on this show today.
Can you just shut up?
No, I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to sit here and watch you think.
Isn't that the point of trivia, you dumbass?
Well, get the names.
I can actually have a train of thought if you're not. No.
So you don't know it.
Shut up. No, let me think. Jesus.
All right. Think out loud then. What's your thought process here?
I'm just trying to think of the best players and best scores to play for Team USA. And there's not really much to it. I can't believe Kobe isn't on there.
That's not
really surprising. It's not DeMar, right?
No,
because it's not Kyrie.
No,
because I'm thinking of the team in 2016 with the viral memes.
Let me get 3 of them. I'm going to give you hints. 3 of the 4. 3 of the 4 played in only 2 Olympics: 92 and 96. So 6, 9, and 10. Only played in 92 and 96.
Chris Mullen?
Mullen is number 7. He played in 84 and 92. So basically, you've got 3 dream teamers.
How did I get the one that was?
You got the one that was, but it was also there before that's as an amateur.
Okay.
He was there coming out of St. John's.
Okay, so now it's 3 dream teamers.
3 dream teamers.
Shawn Kemp?
No.
I'm just trying to think of the best players in 92.
Yeah.
Barkley?
Yep, he's 6. That's the one whose name was said. Now you need 9 and 10.
Stockton? No. Karl Malone?
Karl Malone is 9.
It's not going to be Kareem, too old. Is it a big man?
No.
It's a guard.
It's somebody who was always connected with...
Clyde?
No.
Somebody always connected with...
So again, listen. Someone always connected with another player on the list that you got.
Pippen.
Yes. Pippen. Durant, Melo, LeBron, Robinson, Jordan, Barkley, Mullen, D. Wade, Karl Malone, Scottie Pippen. There's the 10.
Okay.
All right.
So mine is also about international basketball. And it's a little bit different. So right now, a lot like the Olympic rosters for all the countries were announced.
Okay.
And there are 5 players that are either current or former Bulls that are playing in this. And they're all from different countries. And I will give you the do you want me to give you the countries to make it easier?
Yeah, for current
or former.
Okay.
So there's one they're all from different countries.
Okay.
Australia, Brazil, Germany, South Sudan, and Greece.
Okay. I will say on Australia, it's Giddy.
Easily.
Okay.
Yep, that's easy.
On
that's
South Sudan, I only know because I just watched him. Carleek Jones.
Yep.
Is on South Sudan.
Yep.
Germany.
Yep.
Is it Paul Zipser?
No, it is not.
Oh.
The rest of these guys are all former players.
Well,
for the Bulls.
So is Paul Zipser. Okay, what are the... So I need...
I'm not giving you initials.
No. I need Germany.
Brazil, Germany, and Greece.
Brazil's got to be Cristiano Felicio.
It is.
Okay.
Bulls legend. Cristiano Felicio.
The giant baby.
Yes.
I love what Jason Goff called him that. He just looked like a giant feral baby. Which is
really pointy
also
ears.
It's an Infinite Jest reference, because I know that the crossover of our listenership between being David Foster Wallace stans and Bulls basketball, it's just thousands and thousands of people.
You're the worst.
A Greek player.
The Greek one is probably the hardest.
Oh, is it the other Antetokounmpo?
Oh, you got it.
It is. It's Kostas.
It is Kostas.
Kostas Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
All right.
Kostas. Yeah.
Okay.
Last
but
one is
was he actually on the...
Yeah, he was on a two-way.
He was there. Bad. Dayton. Germany, and it's not Paul Zipser.
Correct. I'm going to ask yes or no questions if you want.
Okay. Is he German by a technicality?
Nope.
Like born on an army base or something?
Nope. German.
German. Was he a Bull in the last 5 years?
Yeah.
Was he good?
Yeah, actually, yes. He was pretty good.
Oh, I got it. Tice.
Daniel Tice.
There
you go. Yep, you got it. If I hadn't given you the countries, I feel like it would have been tougher.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, no, that's good. That's
like it was
good question. Okay, now we have for you
that I created this, not we.
You didn't create the idea.
You didn't create I didn't create the idea.
James
but I
created the idea.
But I created the question.
So here's what we're gonna do. You get first crack at this because you're listening. Because you're listening right now, you get first crack. What we're gonna do is, when you get this, if you know the answer, when you know the answer, just send it to me on Twitter and just hashtag OWC. So send it to @Dan_Bernstein with the hashtag OWC. That'll help me find it a little bit easier. And the first 3 people with the right answer, we will mention on the next episode of the pod. And then after you get first crack at it, I am going to post the same question to Twitter. Actually, the hashtag OWC Showdown. So hashtag it OWC Showdown in your answer.
Correct.
Jason, fire away.
So the question is, in what year did Michael Jordan wear the number 12 for one game? And what team was it against? That is the question. Bonus points if you get the number of points that he scored.
Or the number of shots he took.
Oof.
Yes. Okay.
That's a question.
There it is.
It's a little bit less niche than what we do, because we are...
There's something wrong
really,
with us.
Yeah, he passed it on.
All right. So
what? It did. I wish it skipped a generation, but it didn't.
So it's what year did Michael Jordan wear number 12?
Correct.
And against what team?
Correct.
All right, there you have it. @Dan_Bernstein with your answers. Hashtag OWC Showdown. And that will do it for episode 83. Like, subscribe, rate, all the things that you do. And
I just had to. I have a theory that Io didn't change to number 11 because of high school and college. I think he changed it out of respect for Jordan as a Chicago kid. He was like, I can't wear number 12. It's too good. But I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah,
because he's an idiot.
You're an idiot.